Welcome to the new field house at Edina High School for the Section 6 3A Volleyball Championship. It's the Armstrong Falcons, the number 6 seed, taking on the top seed, the Edina Hornets. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, along with Andy Gugesberg. And interesting side notes to this one, Andy. Edina, believe it or not, has never been in the state volleyball tournament. It seems amazing. They're so good in so many sports, but they're trying to punch their ticket for the first time here this year.
Yeah, it's been a building year for a few years. I've talked to the last few coaches at Edina, and Mark Nelson really has his crew believing this is their year. They've got a strong senior class led by a bunch of great volleyball players and great people. This may be their year if they have anything to say about it.
And Armstrong, of course, has a tremendous volleyball history. They've been in the state tournament 15 times, but the last time was 15 years ago. It's also the last time they've played in a section final. They've kind of surprised some people sneaking in there. Beat Hopkins, they beat Southwest. They're feeling really good and playing really well right now.
Yeah, we covered this team a little earlier in the year, and according to the coaches I've been talking to, they've moved just about everybody around a little bit, got these kids playing where they're comfortable, where they're best fit to help this team win. Beat a very good Minneapolis Southwest team, beat a very scrappy Hopkins team to get to this match, and they say 15 years is long enough. They're ready to go back to the X.
Let's talk about key players to look at in this one, starting with Armstrong, and they've really been getting great production out of their junior, Sophie Vogel.
Yeah, Vogel's just a freak athlete. She jumps higher than just what anybody else we're going to see here today for sure. She does a really nice job getting through the ball. She hits with range. It'll be interesting where they have her. I've seen her hit well in the left, in the middle, and on the right. Look for her to be attacking all parts of the net today.
And for Edina, they have a couple of top guns, but Christine Graff has had a great career for them and is going to be playing college volleyball too.
Yeah, Christine Graff, a very talented volleyball player, another one of those kids that can play anywhere along the front row. Made a decision to go to Cal Baptist, a recent Division I school. Graff knows how to win. She was fortunate enough to be part of a couple teams that have played in national championship matches, and her Northern Lights 17-1 team won the JO title just this past summer.
One thing about these teams is a lot of times you get to a section final and it's somebody you know really well. You've played every year in the playoffs. You've played twice in the season. That's not the case at all with these teams. Both teams said, we just really don't know much at all about the other. I don't know. That makes it for kind of a fun match, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And on top of the we haven't played each other, they don't even have a whole lot of common opponents throughout the year. So it's not like they can get film from somebody else on what this team could be. And both of these coaches are coming in blind, probably going to take the first set to figure out what their opponents are giving away, and then maybe make some adjustments into 2, 3, 4, 5, however many we got to go.
All right, we'll see if Armstrong can build on its volleyball legacy or if Edina can head to state for the first time ever. It's the Falcons and the Hornets up next here on CCX.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
And welcome back here to Edina. As the top seed, the Hornets get the chance to host this section final. They had been previously playing it at neutral sites, but this year decided to go with the number 1 seed, or the highest remaining seed anyway. Here's how the teams got here. Edina sweeping Burnsville and then beat St. Louis Park in the semis. Armstrong, they had to play a match even in the first round, beat Kennedy, and then that nice win over Southwest, a 3-6 seed match. And then an old nemesis, Hopkins, they got them in the semifinals, beat them in 4. Hopkins, of course, has won this section the last 3 seasons. A little bit down year this year, but still, until they're out, you kind of knew they might be a factor too. And Armstrong came through with probably probably one of their better matches of the year to get to that point. Here's the look at the starters for Coach Aisha Khan. Libby Madela, Rachel Ukestead, Brenna Mayer, Durant, and also Vogel, Fry, and Schumacher for the Falcons. And for the Hornets from Edina, their starting lineup looks like this: Elena Boer, Christine Graff, Kat Warpinski, Macy Nielsen, Grace Hammerski, Ella Haugen is the setter, and Taylor Zeck is the libero for the Hornets, as they try and work their way into the tournament for the first time ever. And I was talking to Coach Nelson a little bit, and he said, I don't know that, as you see, the chances to go to state here, none for the Hornets. And Armstrong has 15 times and also multiple championships. But he said, I don't know that these kids think that much about these things. They're just pretty loose and out here to have fun on a Saturday.
Yeah, and it's so funny when you think about it. You talk to these kids, and especially in our viewing area, when you talk about great volleyball programs, Armstrong isn't one that comes up with the kids nowadays. But if you've been around the game as we have, you know the great history they have. Here we'll take a look at head coach Mark Nelson in his first season. Talk about walking into a great program. Somebody that they've been building and building and building. Got Mark running the show, letting the rest of the kids believe that they can do it, and he's just kind of getting out of the way today.
And Coach Khan, no appearances in the section final during her tenure, nor the previous coach Carl Katzenberger, who is now at Minnetonka, of course, and in their section final. They have been in the semis the last 2 years, lost to Benil last year and to Hopkins the year before. So they've been in the mix. It isn't like they've come completely out of left field to get to this point, but certainly a team that they feel is gelled together more as the season's gone on.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what this team looks like here. Like I said, we covered them against Osseo earlier in the year in a match that fans and coaches alike say might not have been their best effort of the season. Be great to see what they can come out with here. They've got some seniors that are really trying to finish their career well. 2 seniors, libero and a middle hitter.
Audrey Schumacher will serve to start it out here for Armstrong as we get set to begin this Section 6 championship match. And we are underway here as the Hornets will come out. That one is wide of the mark from Graff.
Yeah, Graff able to hit the entire array, and she's trying to go over the small setter in the front row there, Fry, and avoid Vogel at all costs.
Second serve into the tape, so Hornets will get the side out. One of the captains for Edina, Haugen, serves here. Vogel a free ball chance.
Vision by Vogel there, as it's a down ball. Probably don't need to block those all the time, but Vogel really liking her opportunity here. Just great vision. We'll take a look here. She goes up alone, and nobody expecting that ball to be blocked.
So Riley Fry to serve here for Armstrong with an early 2-1 lead here, but into the net it goes.
2 serving errors back-to-back for Armstrong. Not the start you're looking for. Maybe some nerves in the home Edina gym here.
And just a little too long trying to roll it in deep was Mayer there, so the Hornets get the serve back. And that one is good from Vogel. The flag started to go up and then went down there.
A little delay on the call, but it's the right call there as Vogel paints that back line. Fry with a gorgeous back set here. Great spot.
And that one is out. Good communication by Edina as Boer looked at it and then watched it go. Fry getting out to it, and here's Mayer going cross court, and she finds some open space for the Falcons.
Some movement happening here. Two of the changes we see in the Armstrong lineup, putting Mayer and Vogel opposite each other and on the outside, paying big dividends early as they've each got a couple kills here.
Ukestead serving here for the Falcons. They go right side with it that time. Boer's hit partially blocked and not able to connect as Durant and Fry weren't on the same page there in the middle.
Great movement right there across the net as they try to get Durant the ball. They'll hit that again, and Fry will connect next time.
Grace Hammerski to serve here for Edina. Fry to Mayer, tipping over the block. Good effort there by Boer, but couldn't get it. And we keep trading points here in the early going at 5-5.
Take another look here. This great set. She drops the elbow, giving away the tip, but not able to pick it up is Boehner.
Libby Madela the serve. Schumacher able to dig up that strong hit from Hammerski. Here's Mayer. They'll come back left and rolled over the block that time by Elena Boer.
Elena Boer serving.
Tough ball at the net, but Fry able to dump it over with the left hand and score the point here for the Falcons.
Number 11 serving.
So Mayer to serve here, and so far it's just been back and forth, trading points. A little bit of nerves here and there, but some good shots as well. That pass very tight to the net and just swatted over by Haugen. Work the slide here to Durant and puts it away.
Another great opportunity here. Coach Mark Nelson making some moves here, keeping his setter in the middle front. Graf late to close to the pin, and that ball beats her down the line.
Mayer serving with a 1-point lead off the net, but handled there by Graf. Graf getting it right back, and Schumacher can't dig that one up. Graf coming through there for the Hornets, and we are at 7-7.
Great downhill swing from Graf. Now we'll see Taylor Check serve. Senior libero does a really nice job. That ball floats with a nice little jump, almost a little hop float to it here.
Fry winning the little joust at the net. Now Graf getting a swing, and it is too long. Was there a touch? No. So Armstrong back in front by one now is Schumacher to serve.
Yeah, good bump set here. Graf looking for hands, not quite finding them. That's a great no call by the line judges.
Near collision there for the Hornets, but they get it up, and Graf a big swing. Mayer digging it. Right back to Graf, and denied, but she recovered nicely. Hammerski has that one blocked. And then Graf into the net. Armstrong showing. I think they've really improved as blocking team throughout this season.
Without a doubt. Their eyes are on the people on the other side of the net. They're no longer watching the ball. Moving fluid. Love what this Armstrong team is about right now.
2-point lead for the Falcons as Schumacher serves. And that one hammered too long there as they went middle to Warpinski. And Coach Nelson's going to use a timeout. Armstrong up by 3 now. Biggest lead in this first set, and trying to get the Hornets a little rattled here.
Yeah, it's big swings from the Hornets we're seeing right now. They're not finding the court, which makes things tough. But if you're Mark Nelson, you don't want your kids to take your foot off the gas. Keep going for it and see if you can finish a swing here or there. Armstrong with such great defenders, and they're like we just talked about it a second ago. Their block is so good that right now Edina is trying to chip off the edge, but they're not able to see what they need to see. Really good movement. The serve is tough from Schumacher right now, limiting options. That was a force to the middle, and Hammerski, I believe it was, not able to do anything overly productive with that last ball.
Armstrong spent a lot of time working on serving in practice the day I was there a couple days ago too. You know how important that becomes in a match like this. That it's a basic thing, but it can be very crucial if you serve tough. You serve maybe at the right people at the right times too.
Yeah, and they started the match. Armstrong missing 3 of their first 4 serves. Calm their nerves down and are really on a run right now.
Outside for Graf, and again missing long, which has been a little bit of an issue for the Hornets in these last few minutes. They're down by 4.
On 4 consecutive long attacking errors for the Hornets.
Tipped over by the setter Haugen. That'll make it 11-8 now for Armstrong as the Hornets stem the tide a little bit. Haugen back to serve.
Interesting, scanning the crowd, seeing a lot of seniors that play club ball with these kids hanging out now that their season is over, wanting to see their friends get down to the state tournament.
Nice dig there. Blocked but out, and so the Hornets score to pull within 2.
Yeah, finding that block she's been looking for in the last 3 or 4 swings.
Haugen deep with that one. I think adrenaline really hits you on some of these, especially early in the match on these serves. Sometimes you're going to hit too long, other times into the net, and you'd love to say that shouldn't happen, but it just does sometimes.
Yeah, you're going to live with those errors as long as they stay aggressive.
And that one smoked home by Warpinski as Edina getting a little momentum rolling here. Graf to serve here for Edina. Fry has to come a long way to get it. Just rolled over there by Madela. And that one good by Elena Borer as she's able to take advantage of a block that got there just a little late.
Borer does a really nice job keeping the ball in front of her here. We'll take a look. Great pickup on the roll shot. Like we said, she keeps the ball in front of her, able to go off the edge of the block and out of bounds.
So Graf pulled him closer, but then a serving error will give Armstrong its 13th point. 13-11 Falcons as Vogel gets set to serve now for Armstrong. Right side attack that time for Warpinski is dug up and then rolled to the middle. Mayer, Edina a little slow to get to where they needed to be there. That didn't seem to have anybody fooled really, but just nobody gets there.
Yeah, it's an easy roll shot. At no point does it look like she's going to take a swing on this, and all of the Edina diggers are on their heels.
And that one was not blocked. It was into the tape, I believe in LaFrenz.
Only one true middle on this Edina team is LaFrenz, so they have her opposite of the setter Haugen, and they look to get her the ball early here and not able to get that one above the net.
And a misfire there by Graf, so Edina has made probably more errors than what they've been making, I would assume, based on what they've done down the stretch of the season here. And Armstrong up by 5 and a timeout taken again.
Mark Nelson calls another timeout, knowing he needs his team to just relax a little bit and calm themselves back down. Christine Graf, a senior, looking to extend her season. And we see this a lot in these section matches where your seniors will either feast or famine. They're either going to rise to the occasion, put the team on their back, and take them down to the Xcel Energy Center, or they're going to be so nervous about trying to be perfect and take the team that they end up making some uncharacteristic errors. I've known Graf since she was 10 years old. She'll take a deep breath. She'll calm herself down. She should be able to clean up her side of the net. On the other side of the net, Brenna Mayer doing everything you could ask her to do in order to keep balls in play, get an easy roll shot off early, and she's scoring the easy ball. She hasn't really uncorked on a ball, which she can do. She's put a couple balls deep into the corner, and she's put a couple more right over the block into the donut.
A press row over there of Armstrong kids, looks like. Vogel serving here with a 5-point lead for the Falcons. And just long there from Elena Borer.
No touch points.
Or I think the game plan has been for Edina to tool the block, but the block just not getting up as high as they're used to seeing.
Come back to Borer here. Mayer digging that one up. Fry, whoops.
Double hits.
It's going to happen. Get to this point in the tournament, she sees the block go with her to the outside, tries to reverse it, but doesn't have her feet there first.
Hornets trailing by 5. Oops, and Schumacher had a little trouble with the pass, and then Fry, I think, was noticing teammates that she was going to run into there and pulled up a little bit.
One of the things we talked about last time we covered this Armstrong team, communication errors seem to run in patches for them, so hopefully they can get that shored up quickly here.
Serve sprayed wide will give Armstrong a point, and that's a problem for Edina now. Is it, you're getting to the point in the set where they've got less margin for error. They're down by 5. They can't just give away points like that. Haugen, tough ball to handle there. Great effort by Borer, but it'll be Durant scoring it.
Durant just going high over on that overpass here. It's a good set. It's a little tight. There's some chaos there, and Durant just goes over the top of LaFrenz and puts that ball behind all of the Edina defenders.
Dukestad with the serve. We'll come to Borer on the right, and Fry unable to dig that one up as it caroms up into the balcony.
Little upper deck swing there. Nice job by Borer to get through that ball. And, Fry's in a pretty good spot, but she throws her hips at the last second instead of staying neutral.
Hammerski with the serve. Edina trying to overcome a shaky start here, but not going to do it that way. Into the net it goes, 20-14 Falcons.
So Armstrong.
Madela to serve. Haugen will give it back to Hammerski, but it is too strong. They've been a little bit all over the place hitting.
High error volleyball. Typically at section final time, that tends to shore itself up here. Really uncharacteristic volleyball.
And that one too strong from Madela, so Edina trying to stay in it, down by 6. Borer with a good serve there that Vogel cannot get to. This time Vogel getting it to Fry. Here comes Mayer with the swing and gets it done.
Mayer really gets through that ball well. Nice swing by her. The block not across. We have the funnel ball. Point Armstrong.
And a collision there. Hustle, but they're not going to be able to get it. Another point there. That serve may well have been too long, but the Hornets played it and couldn't do anything with it.
Mayer, if you get it on them quick, they're gonna have trouble, especially if down this much. There's some lack of confidence. There we see it again on the service. Ace.
So a set point here for Armstrong as they're up 24-16. Again, they're the number 6 seed in the section, and not too often that you see a 6th seed even get to a final, but let alone maybe possibly win it. Hornets hustling, they'll get it over. Fry to Durant, puts it away, and set 1 is in the books for Armstrong. They roll in this first set and win it 25-16. Great opening set, a lot of nerves it looked like for Edina though.
Take a look at this last play. They've served that 6 seam the entire time and not able to get control of it as Edina. Free ball comes back and Durant just takes that slide down the line for the set winning point.
So 25-16 Falcons in the first. We will come back with set number 2 here in the Section 6 3A final on CCX.
a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back here to Edina. That's a team playing with a lot of confidence right now. Armstrong winning the first set, and rather convincingly too. They win 25-16, so they're feeling good right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything bouncing Armstrong's way. Falcons playing fearless volleyball. You just see the excitement. Brenna Mayer doing a little dance here, getting ready, staying loose. The changes that Armstrong has made on the floor have led to a change in confidence with the players on the floor, doing a really great job of just playing loose, playing competitive volleyball, and Edina making way more errors than is probably seen by Coach Mark Nelson this year. They clean it up a little bit, we might be in for a match. If they continue to play this timid, Armstrong's going to sweep this one.
Ella Haugen to serve here for the Hornets as we begin set number 2. And the serve is good for an ace as Armstrong watching it land on the line.
Yeah, good spacing there. Vogel put herself in a good spot, and then the ball kind of dropped on her.
Overpass there and put away by Graff, and a better start for the Hornets already here as they go up 2-0.
My friend Dave Manka used to always talk about you can't go on a three-point run if you miss your first serve, because those three-point runs tend to matter, and here they are just putting a couple balls in play, letting Armstrong do some simple things.
Make it 3 for 3 as Warpinski smokes that one home from the right side.
Really good delivery there. We'll take a look at this whole point. It's an overpass. Zek does a really nice job getting to it early, and Warpinski beats the ball to the sideline.
And double contact there by Fry, as again the pass made her move quite a bit too.
Fry trying to calm herself down, and head coach Aisha Khan has called a timeout. Just, hey, relax. We just beat this team 25-16. We're capable of doing great things. Let's just make sure we do one thing at a time. What happens when teams start dropping points in uncharacteristic ways is somebody hits the panic button and tries to win an entire match on a simple touch. Everybody just stay relaxed. Now we got the team coming back together. I like this band here. Edina's band doing some really funky music, kind of mixing it up a little bit. Really like what they're about. On the other side of the net, we have Edina just not making the errors they made in set 1. Service ace, transition kill, and then a couple errors by Armstrong has them in a 4-0 lead here.
It's amazing how quickly things can change, isn't it? I mean, it just right as the set was about to begin, Armstrong was feeling great, feeling confident. Edina was kind of a little shaky in that first set, and now it's the shoes on the other foot.
Edina Hornets boys cross country team for winning the state championship today. Congratulations. Girls results, Armenia.
Fry will come to Vogel. Here's Graff with a swing, and that is good, and the Hornets roll continues here early in the second.
Just spacing. That's the only difference between Graff in set 1 and Graff in set 2. In set 1, she overran just about every ball. That one, you can see it's in front of her. She's able to finish through.
And another ace as Haugen continues this run to begin the second set. It's 6-0 Hornets.
People I talk to that watch this Hornet team play a bunch say Haugen's the glue that holds it together, and here we see her just serving tough.
And another one. Set it back here for Borer, and Armstrong caught looking right there. And now all of a sudden Edina can do no wrong, and Armstrong can't find a way to get out of this and get a side out at least.
Yeah, great back row set. She waits and delays and drops it in front of the middle back defender.
Pass tight to the net. Fry winning the joust. So they get the point, although that was another mistake really for Armstrong.
Yeah, Fry went up with one hand. She only had one option there, and it worked to score.
Fry's serve is in. Edina trying to, I don't know, I'm not sure if you heard talk from the bench or on her own, decided to let it go, but it was in.
Bench called that ball out, and ball lands in by a couple inches.
Cross court with it. Mayer able to dig it up. Fry will leave it for Ukestead, but that roll shot is too long.
Good effort there. Good try by Ukestead to find the back line as the block was way across the net in her space.
Madela with a good effort, and they're able to bat it over. Schumacher the dig, but another ball handling error, this one on Ukestead.
Yeah, ball gets tight. She can't do much with it, and instead of going to hit, she decides she wants to set somebody up. Middles love trying to take that second ball and do something with it. Might have been a better choice to just send it.
Fry coming to Vogel, and that block is in for the point for Borer.
Yeah, ball set low and inside Vogel. Not much she can do with it, and Graf going to continue this run.
Long run to get it. Falcons will send a free ball over here. And sprayed wide by LaFrenz. Oh, I'm sorry, net violation against Armstrong.
Oh, wow. Those are the points you can't give away. Get them uncomfortable, make them call, send them into a hitting error, and then you go into the net after the block.
Fry not able to put that one on target. So it's all Hornets so far here early in the second set. You start to wonder maybe this side of the court's better or something, because it was the opposite in the first.
Tough to play clean to our left, apparently.
Vogel putting that one away. I think they need to get themselves on track. You know, even if it becomes too late to really come back fully in this set, they just need to get themselves settled.
Yeah, really good job there by Vogel to see the hole in the block and rip that ball right through it.
Haugen going right with it, but too long off the arm of Warpinski.
It's hard to tell if that's an intentional, like she's going for hands and missed, or she just overran that ball a little bit. But Warpinski really good in set one. One of the few bright spots for the Hornets. Misses on that one.
Haugen to Borer, and she puts that one away.
Borer in a good space now. Her and Graf settling in here in set two, scoring points in bunches for the Hornets.
And just had a more a slower, more relaxed approach there too. You could just tell that they were a little bit tense in that first set. Mayer pounding that one home. She's played well for Armstrong.
Mayer really gets through this ball well, and Warpinski and Graf both look at it. Block set it up well, and I don't know why Graf's running away from that ball. She got to step in and want that thing.
Ukestead, a tough float serve there. Borer rolls it over. Fry will come back to Mayer, the hot hand, and tipping it. Great pancake try there by Haugen, but apparently didn't get it.
Yeah, quick whistle there as that ball, a great shot again by Mayer.
Haugen coming to Borer, but miss-hit that one badly, and Armstrong getting a little bit of momentum going.
Is this the rotation where Armstrong can really cut back into this lead?
And Ukestead a serving error there, though.
Hammerski back in. She's in for LaFrenz. Also serving.
Grace Hammerski to serve here for Edina. They have controlled this second set, now leading 14-7 after losing the first. Fry to Durant. Schumacher, the dig. Can they scramble off the net? No. Edina playing the second ball that time, caught Armstrong a little off guard.
Got him uncomfortable early. They were waiting for the rhythm of the game to continue, and that's really the advantage to that second ball over, be it a setter dump or somebody else chucking it.
Madela squeezes that one through the block.
I remember this kid from the Osseo match, and there wasn't a lot that Armstrong was doing, but Madela just rips through the block, and she does it again here. Just no fear from this kid.
Haugen, setter dump there. Vogel gets there. Fry does the same, but a great dig made. And then put away by Bohr. Give some credit to Hammerski for getting to that one with the dig.
Hammerski just calm on that setter dump. Nothing extra, has to do a layout, but maintains composure, getting that ball back in rhythm.
There you see, and they're able to convert. When you get an effort like that, you really want to win that point. It just adds to your momentum. Here's Graf. Now Bohr hitting from the back. Schumacher gets a good pass. Now Mayer a swing. Bohr digging it up. Oops, they almost weren't going to play that ball at all. Haugen outside to Graf. Fry recovering a long point here. Vogel just long.
It's a huge point won by the Hornets right there. I mean, the score for this set, it doesn't look like that's a very important point, but that's the longest rally by a long shot of the entire match. And to have Edina hold on and win that might pay dividends down the line.
Short floater serve, and then nice job to let it go by Hammerski. It was kind of an unusual one, basically right over her head. She was all set to play it, and then got out of the way. It's 18-8. Armstrong needing a timeout.
Armstrong calling timeout here to just try and calm everybody down, get back into a rhythm. I don't know that they're going to win set 2 here, but they need to slow down Edina. If this run continues the way it's going, they're going to take way too much momentum into set 3. Although, let's be honest, Jay, set 1, they had it all, so maybe you don't want momentum at the end of the set. That's what we love about section final. Everybody's playing for one of these teams is done today. The other one punches their ticket down to the XL Energy Center. A lot of great coaches talk about we just want to earn the right to play for it. You know, there's a lot of times where things are outside of your control. You know, the winner of this section probably going to end up drawing like a Champlain Park or a Lakeville or one of these other monster teams, but you want to survive and get the chance to go there. For Edina, the first time in their high school's existence. For Armstrong, for the first time since some of these kids have been alive. And we'll see what happens here coming out of the timeout. 18-8, Edina rolling here in 2.
Elena Bohr at the service line again here for the Hornets, and that one was in. Armstrong, that usually shows you that you're feeling a little bit tentative when they've had a few that they've, had wrong calls on. You want to err on the side of playing one then instead of the other way.
Absolutely true, Jay.
Fry has to run to get it. Madela, nice down ball there, but dug up by Warpinski. Cross from Mayer, and she'll tip over the block. She's had a good idea where to go with the ball most of the times.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 balls she's been set have literally fallen in the exact same spot. You'd think that Edina would make the adjustment here, maybe pull one of the blockers off or keep one of the diggers a little bit closer.
And too long there for Hammerski.
A little bit of a mishandle on the set. Hammerski wasn't in a rhythm to go get a good ball there.
Haugen has to bat it over on a pass close to the net. This time a better ball to handle, and Graf pounding it home.
Graf finding rhythm right there to get it to 20.
Taylor Zek serving for the Hornets. They're up 20-10 as they've dominated the second set, even more so probably than Armstrong did the first.
Right, and in set one, it was a lot of Edina errors, granted forced by Armstrong. Here, the only errors we're really seeing from Armstrong is the serve-receive errors. That's the fourth or fifth ace.
Almost another on that ball off the net. Now Haugen will come to Graf, and she scores it again for the Hornets. They look confident right now. Much better rhythm.
Yeah, you see Haugen with that jump set. Everything's in rhythm. We'll take another look here. Great pass from Zach. Great rhythm on that ball, and it's just about a one-on-one. Fry not able to get to it.
And then Zach with a serving error. Give it back here to the Falcons, but it's starting to look kind of inevitable that the Hornets are going to probably win the second set and even it up at one, but Armstrong just trying to get back to the way they looked early on here. Schumacher serving. Schumacher digging that one up and swiped off the block there by Ukstead.
Another ball that drops just over the block. This time it actually went off the block, so it's a little bit different. But still, that ball's got to get picked up by the right back defender. Hammerski's got to make that play.
Graf cross court with it. Schumacher, and they cannot get it over. Good athletic ability and reach there for Graf. That was, just a scramble, but put the ball in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, it's an out-of-system ball, just trying to keep it alive, and then last second sees the opening in the 4-4.
Fry sending it over. Now Graf trying to roll one home. Matala got there. Vogel had it blocked.
4 hits.
No touch is the call.
No touch, yeah.
Edina, set point for the Hornets.
So the Hornets really rolling here. A chance to wrap up the second set. Haugen. Armstrong still alive as Ukstead pushes it to the corner.
See how many Fry has in her arm here. I've seen her go on runs.
14 is serving Riley Fry.
Well, there's one anyway.
Yeah, Zach in the libero jersey's got to go take that seam. She thinks that Graf's going to take that ball and falls for the ace.
Cross court and good as Warpinski delivers the set-winning point, and the Hornets roll to a 25-14 win. It's like the teams traded jerseys after the first set.
Exactly. Fry with a really good jump float here, gets him out of system, but it's going to be an off-speed corner-to-corner shot as Warpinski goes hypotenuse and gets that ball all the way into the corner to win the set and tie this thing in a set apiece.
So each team had a mighty struggle in one set, the other one taking advantage. We're even at one. We'll go to set 3 here for the Section 6 championship.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back here to Edina. The Hornets look like a different team in set 2 as they dominate to beat Armstrong 25-14, and we're even up now at a set apiece as we go to number 3. And I guess now the match really starts here.
Right. We'll go tournament style and play best 2 out of 3. Throw those first 2 results out the window and let's play some volleyball here. I was really impressed with one team each set, obviously, but the composure after errors in set 2 for Edina was significantly improved. Let's look for Armstrong to respond here. Brenna Mayer, I noticed during the huddle in between sets, was talking to every single player on the team. She wants to get down there. We'll see what happens.
Schumacher serving to start out the third set. Now she digs this one up. Here's Ukestead. Great effort to get there by Zach. Mayer digging up the Graf hit. Now Ukestead gets a swing and pounds it home.
Big swing from Ukestead. Wow, she just elevates so well, beats the block. Middle stays home because Vogel's been pretty hot from the middle there, but Ukestead really getting on it. Oh,
outside for Graf.
That's an angry swing from Christine Graf. Sometimes when she hits the ball, it just sounds different. We saw it right there.
Haugen, who served very effectively in that second set here for the Hornets. And again gets Armstrong scrambling, but they push one over, and Edina, that's been a little bit of an issue for them, especially, but Armstrong a little bit too, and too many balls landing right in the middle like that.
Yeah, the middle of the court seems to be wide open. Matala, really good vision as she sees that one.
Haugen a long run to get there, and that kind of took them out of the rhythm, and Warpinski way wide with it on the cross-court attempt.
Yeah, Warpinski looking to go into that deep cross like she did to end set 2, and not quite there.
Fry the serve here for Armstrong, and it's a pretty good one. Graf firing, Fry dug it up, and they get it over. Graf another swing, Schumacher digging it. Go the other way this time. Mayer down to get it. Mayer looking for the sideline, but just missed it. Good hustle point by Armstrong, but they end up not being able to pull it out.
Yeah, Mayer, one of her first errors of the match, she doesn't quite get her body turned to take it where she wants to go.
Outside with it for Bohr, and she puts that one away.
Bohr, who's been relatively quiet, really nice job here. She goes thumb down to make it go forward. Oh, drops it a little deeper.
Overpass here, but Bohr didn't handle it well there. Missed by quite a bit deep.
Yeah, good effort there. I like the fact that she's going for the overpass, but got a little excited, was on the way down when she connected.
Vogel to serve with the Falcons leading by a point. And Mayer will put that one away. Tough ball for Fry to handle. Gave her at least an opportunity, and that's paid off.
Mayer just putting this team on her back right now. Just inspiring volleyball from the senior outside.
Vogel with the floater.
Net violation here.
Violation. On the Falcons, point, Edina.
They got Mayer in the net there. I didn't see it, but I've been wrong before.
Most of the fans were kind of wondering what exactly. I didn't see it very well either. Doesn't mean it didn't happen though. Here's Madela squeezing that one through.
No fear of any block in the state as she just hits it as hard as she can, and because Edina's block not across the net, it dribbles through.
Ukestead, a good deep serve there. Bohr sends it over. Now Fry. From Madela here, tipping. Nice effort, Zach to get it. Fry, a nice dig on the hit by Nielsen. They come back to Borer on the right. That one denied.
Someone cheated. That's just a safety issue right there. There was a lot of bodies in the net. I do think the R2 made the right call as the attack from, that looks like Durant. Durant does beat the other team in. Yeah, she's the first one in the net.
And the Hornets getting a little roll going there.
Ella Haugen feasting on the overpass. Setters don't get to swing much, so when you set them up like that, they're going to take full advantage.
Hammerski serving to Durant. Couple of jousts at the net there. Now it's Borer. And misfires there, and Armstrong right back. Madela to serve here for the Falcons. Diving try at it here. Is Madela able to dig it up? And Mayer sending one that might have been long, but the Hornets not taking any chances. Try to Durant, and she puts it away on the slide.
Big swing here from Durant. Nice slide footwork. Fry putting it on a tee. Big swing. Nice finish.
Falcons up by 2 as Madela to serve. And into the net with that one. So Edina will get it back. So here's Borer getting set to serve. Comes short with the floater and finds the perfect spot for that one. We're even at 8.
8-8. Mayer took a step and then backed away. You want to be the kid, go be the kid and pass that ball. Brenda, come on. There it is. They go at her again.
Near collision there. Fry works her way through the traffic, and the hit is just a little too long. You know, it's interesting that I think for some of the, the really top programs, they're used to having big crowds. Probably for these teams, the noise is a little different than what most of their matches are like this year. So communication does become a little bit more difficult on a day like today.
Absolutely right. As Mayer uncorks on another one, Durant puts it away. That's one of those where statistically it's just an unassisted kill, but Mayer's big swing leading to the overpass that Durant handled. Really, really good play here. Uh-oh.
That one too strong from Mayer. So the Hornets get to serve back here. This one a little bit more like the first set was for quite a while, where they're just back and forth 1 point at a time or 2 points. Zach will serve. And she returns the favor.
Uncharacteristic errors. Can't be playing this tight this late.
It's that fine line, too. You're trying to give them a tough ball to handle and have them kind of be back on their heels, but you got to keep it in. Fry to Vogel. Wasn't clean, but it'll get the job done.
Find the floor. That's all we're trying to do here. Kind of gets a chip off the block, throwing the backcourt defense into a bit of a tizzy. Watch this set here. Good set. Kind of catches the block, and Hammerski not able to get to the ball.
But Schumacher too strong with that serve, as we've seen both teams, maybe Armstrong a little more so, struggling to serve.
It's a basic skill, but you're absolutely right, Jay. You want to make sure you put enough pressure on them so they can't just run whatever they want offensively.
Vogel a big swing. Zek a nice dig. Here's Graf and puts that one in. A little more indecision. It went off hands there.
Mayer thought that ball was going to be wide of the court, but it drops in as she watches it. The substitution entering the game is Sophia Deschler for Mayer.
Ball handling error there by Ukested, trying to go back with it to Vogel.
Yeah, never got her feet set. Head coach Kahn saying, hey, let's just bump set that ball. We're not trying to run an offense here. Just keep us in the play.
And an ace there as Vogel can't come up with it, and Coach Kahn needs a timeout. Hornets go up 14-11.
Yeah, needs to calm everybody down, remind everybody what got him here. The confident play from set one seems to be going in and out with consistency. As they say, consistently inconsistent are the Falcons right now. Look for them to just relax and take care of one touch at a time. Right now they're trying to get ahead of the game. They need a pass so that their setter, Fry, can come in and deliver the ball that's needed so that they can get a swing and hopefully get out of this rotation. For Edina right now, they're serving tough. They're playing fast without the ball, getting ready for what might be next instead of chasing the ball down, which they did most of set one. Cleaner volleyball, actually on both sides of the net from what we've seen from their quote-unquote bad sets. This is more the volleyball I was expecting when we walked into the gym this morning.
The winner goes to the state tournament again for Edina. If they were to get there, it would be the first time ever. And again, with the great history of championships and state tournament appearances in a lot of sports in this school, it was kind of a little bit of an eye-opener to really realize that this week, that they have never been there in volleyball.
Yeah. They have a banner that's mobile, 175 state championships for Edina High School, none in the sport of volleyball, and Graf takes a swing trying to get her team one step closer.
Hornets now by 4, their biggest lead in this set.
Left the line and Graf took it.
Schumacher will send it over, but Edina a great chance to get into their offense. Graf, though, had it denied by Fry.
Fry, better eyes that time, and she returns the ball back into Graf. Look for Graf to get set again here. Good outside set, yep, and Fry, just gorgeous hands, pretty eyes, drops it back in.
Fry will come to Madela. That time it's Graf's turn for the block.
Yeah, ball's a little bit low and a little bit inside there, and Madela not able to send this one through the block like she'd been doing most of the day.
But then Graf a serving error.
Armstrong within 3. Mayer back into the game as Vogel goes back to serve.
Four pounding away, but the Falcons able to handle it.
Great read by the Falcons there.
Madela had it denied. LaFrenz getting the block for the Hornets.
Nice block, hands and elbows across as she goes up and gets that ball.
4-point lead now for Edina. Warpinski serving. Mayer gets a swing and puts it away. It started with a good pass that time. Fry was in position then to set it exactly where they wanted it, and Mayer converts.
Yeah, Mayer again beats the block into the seam, down for a point and a quick side out.
Ukested too strong with that one. Good talk that time by Edina, because it wasn't, one of those surefire outs, and got the word to her at the last minute.
Great communication again, and now we'll see a little bit of panic there from, I believe that's Ukested, as she's trying to gather herself here.
Fry to Madela. Haugen will send it over. Now Fry coming to Mayer, and she scores it.
Mayer, after that rest, she'd been playing all the way around. Aisha pulled her there at the beginning of the set when she was in the back row, kind of let her get her legs under her, let her rest a little bit, and it's really paying off as Mayer now with fresh legs popping well.
And an ace miss there from Madeline. Armstrong chipping the lead down to 2.
Mark Nelson's seen enough. He'll call a timeout. Great service run here. Let's take a look at this great ace. Little jump float. You can read Bodden the entire time. That's a beautiful serve, and Hammerski knows it. She just misread that ball, never got underneath it. Clean ace. Good timeout here, I think, for Mark Nelson. A lot of coaches will wait until the game gets tied, but he sees the momentum, feels the momentum kind of slipping, calls the timeout, wants to get his team back. You can see him with the hands. Hey, just relax. Just relax. Look for a pass. I don't think they're going to pass the ball inside 5 feet here. They're not looking for a perfect pass. They're just looking for something to run offense because they've got big hitters on the pin that can do some really nice things. If you're Armstrong, we just want to make sure we're continuing to serve tough, as Madela's done a really nice job from behind the service line most of the day, kind of serving some seams, making some kids uncomfortable. Right now, there's some 3 pretty solid passers back there for Edina. Warpinski, Zek, and Hammerski, all of whom can handle the ball well, but if there's communication between any 2 of them, that tends to be where the errors start adding up.
Madela the serve out of the timeout. And a little change of pace there by Hammerski.
Hammerski out of the back row. I don't think she hit that ball the way she wanted to, but it fell just the same, and it puts another point on the board for the Hornets.
Can really throw the block off when you get such a change up like that. Mayer. Well, and they're able to punch it over ultimately. Graf down the line with it and scores it. Just swept that ball past the block.
Good footwork to the ball. She finishes the play. Edina wanting a 4-touch earlier in the rally. We see good bump set out of system, throws it down the line to an unsuspecting defender. Whoa, uncharacteristic.
So Armstrong down 3. Edina's at 20 though. Mayer to serve. Across for Graf. Schumacher digging it up. Vogel gets a swing and a nice dig the other way there by Hammerski. Fry will come to Vogel. Sent back. That's all off the antenna, so Armstrong to within 2.
Yeah, that ball got pushed a little bit too far here for Graf, and the line was open again, but the antenna comes first.
Mayer with an ace. Falcons to within 1.
Another timeout here for Mark Nelson and the Edina Hornets. They lead 20-19. We'll take another look at this great serve from Mayer. Again, right into the 6 where Hammerski's got to see that and get long on the ball earlier. She's letting the ball meet her way too tight to her hips. Create an angle, get it up and off the net, and let your setter go run it down and do something. Really, really tough serving from the Falcons right now, as momentum shifting into their side of the court, I believe, even though Edina still has the lead. Edina doing everything they can to just get a ball out to Graf and see what Graf can do with it. Right now, I believe they have Haugen in the front row, so if it's tight, look for her to turn on 2 and try and get a point herself. Right now, Armstrong needs to make sure their eyes are good and they know where Graf is. Big hands across the net and see if they can funnel a ball into, into Schumacher.
Even up at a set apiece, Edina had been seemingly somewhat in command here in this 3rd, but now Armstrong's fought back within a point. Graf firing away and scores it for the Hornets.
Good clean pass from Hammerski, sets that up, and Graf puts it away.
Let's go! Let's go!
There's that swing. The ball is inside, and the block stays out to the pin, leaving her all sorts of real estate to work with.
Zek with the serve. Now Fry to Vogel, and she puts it home.
Big swing from Vogel there out of serve receive. They take her out of the route, so all she has to worry about is her swing, and there's a whole lot of line for her to hit there, and she does.
Schumacher serving here for the Falcons. Graf off the block. Schumacher able to get to it. Now a swing from Mayer. And they were a little off on the timing. Tried to go back over to Borer. Maybe got a little bit too fancy there, I think.
Yeah, keep the simple time. Mark Nelson asking if Mayer was behind the line, and that was the first thing I looked at. She clearly was. Great swing from the senior outside out of the backcourt to set that up.
Ooh. And this one pounded home for the Hornets by Warpinski.
Warpinski on the 2-ball. Hang it and let her go finish. Nice swing.
Haugen serving with the Hornets up by 1. Fry will come back to Vogel, and she ties it up.
Great swing again by Vogel. Fry kind of let that one inside, and Vogel gets her feet there. Seam of the block.
Fry with the serve, and a long run by Haugen gets to it. Fry will come to Matala. Now Schumacher looking for Ukested. Tipping, and Zek got there. Tip to the outside, and Graf scoring the point as Mayer a lunge. Couldn't keep it up.
It's a lot of tipping for that 1 point, and Graf finally gets one to the floor. Timeout Armstrong as Edina leads by 1 here late in set 3. 23-22. Edina gets this point here. It's an out-of-system ball. We'll take a look at the rally as they good ball to Fry, taking her out of the offense. Another tip. Zach does a great job picking it up. Great back set on the run, and Graf able to chuck it down the line, and it goes off the digger and out of bounds. 23-22 here in set 3. Edina gets the point to take the lead late. The only downside, that puts Graf into the back row, and she's kind of been their answer to anything Armstrong's been bringing to them this far. Look for Vogel. I believe Vogel's in the front row for Armstrong. Look for her to get this ball. As there we see 175 state championships, 0 state appearances for the volleyball program. It's crazy to think about. This may be the first time the Hornets get down there, but Armstrong in a pretty good place right now to take the side out and see if they can't steal set 3, as they've been trailing almost the entire time.
Christine Graf back to the serving line now for the Hornets, up by 1, and a good tough serve there. Push to the outside, Ukested finds an opening.
Ukested with half a block in front of her here. Everybody thought that ball was going outside, and Ukested takes advantage with a great push into the corner.
Vogel to serve, back even up now at 23. And cross court for the kill is Warpinski, and the Hornets to within a point.
Fearless is Warpinski as she takes that ball inside the seam. Set point, Edina.
Fry getting it to Mayer, rolling it over. Whoa. Borer got to it. Haugen will come to Borer here. Block that lands wide, and Edina pulls out a crucial third set, 25-23.
This is what Super Section Saturday volleyball should look like. Let's take a look at this whole point. Schumacher takes it out of system. Fry's going to get the off-system ball here. Mayer does a great job just laying out for that one. We're going to go out of system to Mayer again here, and this one gets dug to the 6. We'll go back outside, and that one off the block, and great patience by the Hornets to watch that one drop. 25-23, Edina wins set 3.
Their bench is pumped up as they should be. Hornets ahead now, 2-1. The fourth set coming your way next here on CCX Sports.
I try to keep up with what these young people is doing and knowing.
I was at work and I just got a text from a number that I didn't know.
I sent him a text. He texts me back and say, "Who dis?" And I just thought that was the funniest thing.
The next few weeks, you just made fun of me, like would answer the door and say, "Who dis?"
Who dis?
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, "Hey, how was your day?" that means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
I've been delivering Meals on Wheels to Leon for 13 years.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Leon has definitely inspired me to put more into my relationships. He really cared for his wife, who was ailing for quite a while, in such a touching way that inspired me to be a better person.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Welcome back here to Edina. The Section 6 3A Volleyball Championship is on the line, and Edina now up 2-1 after Armstrong took the first. It was interesting, in each of the first 2 sets, one team kind of, was clearly going to win it and pull away. That third one, though, was tight to the end, and Edina just making that one more play down the stretch.
Yeah, not for a lack of effort. The Falcons playing great volleyball, just didn't quite get a bounce down the stretch. Looked early like Edina was going to run with set 3, but Armstrong fought and just didn't quite get the last swing to go the way they wanted it to, and Edina able to finish off set 3.
Haugen will serve to begin our fourth set. Fry going to dump it over. Orpinski trying to squeeze it through the block. Fry recovering, and now Fry will get a swing. Graff has it denied. Yeah, nice effort there to keep that ball up, and then put away by Warpinski.
Nice long rally there, won by Warpinski on the great throw down the line. I love the way that rally started as, Fry threw that first ball into the 6, almost fell right out of serve receive.
Vogel putting it away.
Touch, points, Falcon. 1-1. Riley Fry serving.
Fry to serve here for Armstrong in a 1-1 fourth set, and that's been certainly an issue for the Falcons today. Too many service errors.
That one misses into the middle of the net. She didn't like her toss as soon as she got rid of it. Graff will go back to serve here.
Mayer sending it over. Haugen will come outside with it. Bohr, but there's Schumacher to dig it up. Now Vogel will swing. Fry to Ukstead, and the Hornets able to recover. Wow. Vogel has it denied. Armstrong bats it over. Fry pushing it deep. Boy, a big long rally here. And the block, and Armstrong takes an emotional point there.
That's a big one. That'll cash dividends here in a little bit. Great rally. We'll see the end of it here. Good run down here again. Going to be a roll shot. She's trying to be cute with it, and Vogel decides that's enough.
Vogel to serve now. Tied up at 2. And a scramble. The Hornets are able to get it over. Mayer had to adjust there. Bohr off hands, but Schumacher handles it. Fry pushing it deep to the corner. Graff running it down. And a ball handling error there against the Hornets.
Another long rally with very few words spoken. You can tell they get tighter as the rally goes on, as there's not much communication on the court, but the kids seem to be knowing where each other are, and that's really fun to see how they can compete together. Oh, great save
there from Vogel.
Vogel didn't breathe until the ref signaled point. She thought she clipped that one into the net.
And that one's well too long, so.
We call that an overcorrect, when you just about serve one into the net and then you follow with that.
Orpinski serving for the Hornets, trailing it by 4-3 score. Vogel will send it over. Bohr had it blocked. And then Mayer squeezes it home.
That's a great rally. That's beautiful coverage here. And then this ender. Whew. That ball came out clean from Matala.
Haugen to Bohr, and she puts it home.
Bohr, sick of that rotation, lets her arm come all the way through. Big swing to finish.
Grace Hammerski to serve here for the Hornets. Good tough serve. Leads to an overpass, but Fry was ready. Mayer tipping, and they just get there. Haugen giving it there to Nilsson. Another long rally. We've had quite a few of these early in this fourth set, and the Hornets will end up winning this one.
Way to stay calm through the rally. A lot of frustration from the Edina bench as that double by Fry not called. They hold on to win the point, staying collected on the court.
Fry to Durant, and she scores it. Hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, but has usually come through.
Absolutely true. Durant with another big swing out of serve receive there.
So 1 point lead for Armstrong as Matala will serve. Madela the dig on that cross-court ball. Now Mayer. And we had a net violation, it looks like, against Edina.
I think we have an antenna.
Oh, did it?
Line judge threw the flag up, so we have an antenna violation on the outside swing from Bohr.
Armstrong by 2. And that one is out, so the Hornets get to serve back here, trailing at 7-6.
Some red cheeks there from Armstrong. They've been working really hard. They're starting to get a little tired. We're seeing it on the face.
Fry to Mayer. Nice dig by Hammerski. But then Graf misfires.
Ball set inside, and Graf not getting her feet to the ball. Tries to go cross court and doesn't get it over the net. Mayer back to serve.
And Haugen, the ball kind of tight to the net. Thought she saw an opportunity for the dump, but did not get it over. And Edina takes a timeout. Armstrong up 9-6.
9-6 Armstrong. Timeout Edina, and Mark Nelson just going to get this timeout taken care of here. Doesn't like the body language he's seeing from the Hornets, trying to get them to get their heads back up and back in the game. And remember how simple this game can be played. Simple pass, simple set, take a swing to try and score a point. Armstrong, no magic, just playing clean volleyball, outworking the Hornets here as sets go long. Been a lot of long rallies here in this set itself, much less throughout the entire day. Here's where the conditioning that you did at the beginning of August is going to start to pay off. Can you keep your legs under you? Both teams running with a small bench. There are a lot of kids on the roster, but not a lot of kids getting playing time. There's 7-8 kids that are taking all of the opportunities for these two teams, and we'll see how they come off this timeout. Rested, recovered, ready to go.
Mayer getting set to serve with her team up by 3. They do trail 2-1, but coming out with some good fight in this 4th set. Graf off hands there. Schumacher the dig. Now Mayer with a chance. Back out to Graf. Oh, there's a facial as he got Madela in the forehead.
Graf came through it, and her face, like, it doesn't even matter. She just wants another opportunity. Christine Graf playing in another plane of existence right now. Look at this swing. She comes through. Madela expecting the ball in front of her. It got spatched a little bit. She takes it off the forehead.
Here's Durant looking for the deep corner, but didn't quite get it. Timing was pretty good on that offense, but Durant just not quite hitting the court.
I love these swings we're getting right now.
Strong serve, and Fry has to tip it over. And there's Graf coming through again for Edina from the other side, so 9-9.
Big run here for Edina. Zek serving tough.
And that serve too long. You jinxed her a little bit there, Andy.
I'll wear that one. I'll wear that one.
But at least on a serve like that, you're making the other team make a make a choice. A ball just straight into the net. Well, that's a giveaway. I mean, granted, they're both service errors, but at least you're putting a little bit of pressure on the defense on a ball like that.
Mark Nelson asking a question of the R2, so there's going to have a little bit of a conference here. Look for them to look for Mark Nelson's squad. He might even just be using a unofficial timeout here to calm everybody down. Interesting. I have no idea what this might be about. Typically, there's somebody's talking too much, or there's a screen, or there's this or that or the other thing. And right now, not the situation they're in.
Haugen giving it back to Bohr, and she gets it done from the backcourt there.
Big swing from Bohr there. She comes through the ball well, and the backcourt defense not quite ready for it. Madela playing the ball on her side instead of in front of her.
Ella Haugen serving here for Edina. We're even up at 10 here in the fourth set. Vogel pushes it over, but it hit the antenna.
Lead for the Hornets as Vogel tries to tip that one over the block and puts it into the antenna.
Short floater serve there. Madela scraping it over. Whoops, a little indecision by LaFrance. And that'll cost them.
LaFrance thought about setting it, then realized that every time a middle has tried to set a ball today, the up ref has called it a double. So thought better of it, made a change, and got to the ball late.
Riley Fry. Graf off the block. Mayer, though, stays with it. Rolled over here, chance for the Falcons. To Vogel, oh, a great dig by Bohr to get to that one, wow. I think Armstrong had pretty much chalked up a point already. Another good effort here. Now Ukestead pushing it. Haugen overran it, but they'll stay with it and get it over. Or Zek rather overran it. Now Madela puts it home for Armstrong. There's another of those big, long points that go the Falcons' way.
That's a huge dig to extend the rally, but then we see the ender here as Madela takes that ball down the line. Graf did a pretty good job of taking away the cross. Good vision by Madela.
Fry with the serve here for the Falcons, up by a point. Ukestead will send it over here for the Falcons. Bohr pounding it, but Mayer gets there. Now Haugen into the middle of France, dug up by Schumacher. Down the line, Madela missed it. And so the Hornets even it back up.
12-12, Graf back to the back row. Bohr, who's kind of picked it up here late in 3 and into 4. Back into the front row.
And a good serve as she went cross court with that. Vogel reaching for it, but couldn't really get it up. One-point lead for the Hornets. Went for the same spot, and it works again as the pass gave Fry little opportunity to do anything with it.
Yeah, she tried to force middle there, but needed to pull the ball off the net as well, causing a lot of problems there. Was expecting it a little bit tight, a little bit further off the net.
Fry to Madela cross court, but missed it.
No touch, point, Hornets.
It's a good-looking swing. She just misses.
Yeah, you really don't mind. I mean, you'd rather she hit the court if you're Armstrong, but you don't mind when people are going for it like that.
When you tip that ball into the block or you watch that ball hit the ground, those are the points that kill you. That big swing that she just missed, I got no issue with her going after that ball like that, looking for the sideline, and like I said, just missing by a little bit. Aisha Khan calling a timeout. Her team trails 12-15 here in set 4 and trails the match 1-2. Need a side out here and a little bit of a run. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vogel taking the big swing on the outside right now. They've moved her into the middle to slow down the variety of attackers that Edina has, but out of serve receive, you get the first opportunity. Look for her to get a high ball on the outside and go take it. Depending on how the block lines up, she's been good down the line, but she could rip this 4-4 as well. Mark Nelson and his team going to try and make sure that they get a tough serve and limit what the attackers can do for, for Armstrong. These cute little kids, they always distract me. Having a good time here on section finals Saturday. The early match is getting going already. We've got a result in from Rochester. Lakeville South upsetting number 1 seed and number 2 ranked Lakeville North in 5, 18-16 in the 5th. Great volleyball down in Rochester to start the day.
Wow. Madela getting it over. And a great block in the middle by Ukested.
Great ball by Ukested there. She's patient. I love it when you can block out of the back row. You got to delay your block a little bit there, and that's exactly what Ukested does.
Vogel to serve. Her team down by 2. And her team down by 1 after that ace.
Mark Nelson probably going to make a shift here. There's some options they can use. Yep, and they do. Spin graph out of serve receive.
Haugen coming to Bohr, and that one is too strong. Armstrong fighting back to tie it up. Boy, this is a key stretch here. Obviously, they were down by 3, and you were starting to think Edina was inching toward winning this set, but now all of a sudden it's 15-all. And now 16-15 Falcons.
Yeah, Vogel stopped herself from a few service runs, but she's capable of going on runs like this with consistency. Mark Nelson saying, hey, just get it up. We can run offense if we just get it high. And there it is.
And Warpinski scores it for the Hornets. Even us up at 16-all. Warpinski to serve.
Big swing through the block here.
Fry to Mayer, and that ball's good. Armstrong back in front.
Mayer putting more room in her backpack to carry this team down the stretch. That's a huge swing. Graf willing it out of bounds, but to no luck.
Haugen coming to Bohr. One-hand dig there by Fry. And the Hornets will even it back up.
Good point there for Edina. Haugen with a dime as a slide set there.
Hammerski the serve. Here's Mayer chipping. And Bohr driving that one out into the line judge's leg. But he still made the call.
Maintains, man. That's professionalism right there. That's a big swing looking for hands and missing. And, yeah, if you're standing out of bounds and it hits you, that's the right call.
Bohr this time tipping. Now Madela swinging. She will convert.
Big swings everywhere. Nice job here by Armstrong, staying aggressive. Let's take a look at this backcourt swing, and the block that we saw earlier from Ukested is what didn't happen on that ball. It's a back row set, and Armstrong coming through and swinging. Edina's block goes up like they're in the front row. As a result, that additional 10 feet, the block is on its way down by the time it hits her, and it dribbles over. So a little more discipline on the block will allow Edina to make sure they stay pressed for a little bit longer. Armstrong really fighting here in set 4, up by 2, and it's been a team effort. Everybody taking big rips when they get the opportunity. Great defensive effort. We saw some rallies early that I believe are paying dividends now as Edina starting to get a little tired, starting to not quite finish plays, starting to not quite finish swings, and Armstrong really energetic here late. Look for, let's see here, as Edina steps back out on the court, let's see who's talking to who and where everybody is. They got Bohr and Nilsson in the front row with the setter Haugen. I could see Haugen dumping this thing, or Bohr is going to get her swing.
Libby Madela to serve here for Armstrong. They're up 19-17 here in the 4th. They trailed 2-1, but trying to force a 5th. It's Mayer. Haugen has to run to get to that one. Fry will come back to Mayer again. Cross court for the kill. Mayer's been dynamite today. 20-17 Falcons.
Mayer really getting on that ball, cutting it around the block here. Great, oh my goodness. Drops it to the left of Zach, who has seen her, and they played club together for the last 2 years. She knows that shot's coming and can't get in front of it.
Haugen to Bohr. And the overpass put away. Edina really needed that one. They get it. They're within 2.
Haugen just doing the work right now. Great job. She does a great job setting that ball high and outside, and then resets her body to take care of the overpass.
Mayer will push it deep. Now Graf off the block. Edina did a good job. It wasn't smooth, but they did a good job of getting a ball that Graf could handle.
Yeah, working without it. Now this is the seam right here between Mayer and Vogel that they've been attacking all day.
Just gets it over. Now Mayer tipping. Graf off the block. That pass tight to the net, and Edina will score another to tie it up.
2020. Graf in the 4, so she's got 3 rotations across the front row here. This could be the rotation, though.
Schumacher couldn't handle that serve, and Fry can't quite get there. Hornets by 1. They have rattled off, 4 in a row now?
4 in a row, and Aisha Khan has seen enough. You can tell the energy in the arena really starting to get to the serve receive of Armstrong as they're a little rattled. They're, like you said earlier, they're not used to being in these types of environments with this much crowd involvement. The band getting into it, the fan section directly behind the serve receivers of Armstrong, making some noise. Really impressed though. Sometimes you get these teams that aren't in the situation very much. Student sections get inappropriate. They just cheer the wrong stuff. But it's been a clean match from that perspective for both teams. And look off this timeout. Mayer's in the front row. Look for Vogel to take the ball's going to Vogel, unless it's a missed serve. It's going to Vogel. Vogel just needs to get the ball up around the 10-foot line so we can get the ball out to Mayer and let her go take a swing. You must swing with confidence if you get the ball out of this timeout.
Elena Bohr back to the service line here for the Hornets. She's been on a good roll. Does send it to Vogel. Fry to Mayer. And Mayer will convert, just the way you called it.
Every once in a while I'll get asked that question, how did you know? It's volleyball. It's not nearly as hard as we make it out to be as coaches, as commentators, as players sometimes. Give the good kid the volleyball and let her go do good things. Graf should be getting this one, or Haugen on the turn.
Said they'll have to send a free ball over here. Armstrong, a good opportunity. Here's Vogel, a swing, and she'll convert. Armstrong back in front.
Vogel taking the big swing in system there. Mayer looking to keep this service run going. That's a gorgeous set by Fry. And Zach not able to get her feet to the ball.
Ralph getting it over. Now Fry playing that one perfectly. The Falcons by 2.
Fry, really nice job. Strong at the net, pushes that one through. Let's take a look. Dig is tight. She's got one option, and Graf goes straight up instead of pressing.
Graf off the block. Madela gets there. Fry for Vogel. And Armstrong to 24 points now. They lead by 3.
Set point 1 here.
Haugen for Graf. Blocked by Durant, and Armstrong forces a 5th set.
Durant is huge on that play. That's such good eyes. Great work as she gets in front of this ball. Everybody knows Graf's getting this thing. The clamp, Great block, set well by Fry, and finished off there by Durant, and we're going to play 5 here in Edina.
So Armstrong coming up with a great performance down the stretch to win the 4th set, 25-21. The 5th set will decide the section champ. It's up next.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood? Or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Good crowd on hand, and boy, were they pumped up in that Armstrong student section and parent section when they pulled out that 4th set. And it's interesting, Andy, I think, you come into the day, you're saying probably a little bit of a home court advantage for Edina, but I wonder now when you get to the 5th if the pressure isn't a little more squarely on them. They're the number 1 seed, they're, kind of quote-unquote supposed to win, and I'm sure they were starting to think about what it's going to be like to go to the XL Center and all that. I don't know. It feels like maybe the pressure shifted onto them a little bit now.
Without a doubt. I think that Armstrong this entire match has just been playing loose, playing with house money, as they say. Edina is starting to feel the pressure there in set 1, and then they settled out of it into 2 and played some of the best volleyball I think they played all year. Set 3 was tight, but they held on to win it, and then here we are in set 4. And everything that could have gone Armstrong's way did down the stretch, and they hold on to win. I think you're absolutely right, though. Here in set 5, pressure all on Edina as they're needing a big performance from these key seniors.
As we've seen in this match and in numerous other ones, though, what you think is momentum can change in a hurry. Just a couple of good points to start the set, and we could see it swing back. But you can see Armstrong definitely got the smiles and the body language going right now, whereas Edina's looking a little bit worried.
Absolutely. Hands on the hips, looking a little like everybody looking around to see who else wants to step up and lead. You want to go down to the Xcel Energy Center, you better decide you want to lead right now. I don't care which side of the ball you're on.
Schumacher will serve to begin the 5th set as here we go to decide this Section 6 championship. Graf firing away, but Matala digs it up, and then Fry unable to get it over.
Big swing from Graf. Fry thought she had the opportunity, and I think it was there. The dump was open, but she just didn't quite get it high enough. Oh yeah, Graf off the net. There's no way anybody was touching that ball.
Fry coming to Vogel. Laura digs that up. Fry this time gets it done.
Fry's got a history of taking over late in matches, and here we are, and she tries for the 2nd time, and this time successfully, to get the dump down for a point.
1-1 as Riley Fry serves. Graf getting a swing, but Fry digs it up. They'll come back to Graf. Bohr getting a swing, and Schumacher on target to Fry, and now Vogel, but Bohr digs it. And wiped off the block there by Welpinski.
Big long rally, and I think Bohr dug 4 balls in that rally. Every time it went over, she was in the right spot to make a play, and Warpinski finishes the play with a kill off the block.
Graff serving now for the Hornets. And Madelon pounds it home.
That one was over before it started. She knew where that ball needed to go, and she again puts the ball just to the right of Graff. Down for a point.
Sophie Vogel serving here for Armstrong, 2-2. And that one's too strong.
Vogel missed serve. Look for Warpinski to target her with the serve.
Warpinski serving.
And it's an ace, and she did do what she said.
That ball in the seam, Schumacher's got to know that seam has got to be covered by her. She's the libero, she's a senior. She didn't just have a serving error. She's got to step in and make that play.
Fry to Mayer, and she continues her strong hitting match here for the Falcons.
Brenna Mayer with another big swing. Fry puts it on a tee. This one again inside the block, cross court.
And Ukstead, though, a serving error. Boy, Armstrong, if they don't win this match, going to look at some of these and say, if we had only served better.
Yep. Yeah, just because you serve it in doesn't mean you're going to score. You're actually less than 50% likely to do so, but you give yourself no chance when you miss like that. And
oh, that one was going to be out, I think. Fry pushes it over. Bohr really had to reach for that one, but did a good job. There wasn't a lot of margin for error there. That ball was close to the antenna. She went cross court, cut it real sharp.
Yeah. Let's take another look at this one. Haugen puts that ball outside the antenna and super tight. And Bohr does a really good job cutting it back inside for the point and the 6-3 lead. Timeout, Armstrong. Those missed serves kill them, but now it's we can't think about that anymore. We got to reset our game, get our feet to the ball. Mayer wants this thing. See if we can't find her, get the middle to at least draw a block, and see if we can't get the one-on-one attack into the seam. Here we see Chris Denson kind of talking to the team. Denson herself, a very accomplished head coach for a very long time, coming back to help the Falcons this year. And look for right now, you see Mike Vogel himself, a very accomplished player and coach. They've got the abilities, they've got the know-how. Now they've just got to put it together for a stretch here off this timeout. Grace Hammerski serving well for the Hornets, and her team up by 3, 9 points from a date at the XL Energy Center.
And here's where you're Armstrong, you got to be thinking too, 1 point, not we're catching up with 3. You don't get ahead of yourself.
The toughest point you'll ever score is the next one.
Batted over by Durant. Now Bohr getting a swing, and it'll score. Hard to tell if that ball might have been headed out, but Schumacher had to go for it.
It might have been going out. It might have been touched on the block here. No, it's clear over the block. Maybe not.
From Mayer.
Oh, that's fun.
Hammerski and Durant. And it got eaten up by that one. 8-3 lead here for the Hornets.
Hammerski at 5'8", coming in on the tempo back row set and delivering.
And it's an ace there, and Edina really in command right now in the 5th, 9-3.
That's a filthy serve. Let's see if we can take another look at that one as that ball just floats gorgeously. Right now we're going to see, good, let's take another look. Good contact here. Ball just bottom drops out of that ball. Vogel left on an island by herself. That's the service ace. It's 9-3, and right now that 1 point we were talking about after the last time out, that's still what they're looking for. They're looking for point 4. They're looking for a way to get out of this rotation. Clean pass, get your feet to the ball, Fry, set a hitter, and put them in a position to take a big swing. So far, tickets punched to the state tournament in Class 3A. Champlin Park looking to be a top seed and get down to the state title game and looking to win one for the first time. Also punching their tickets so far, we had Stillwater on Thursday night as well from their section. And now, and Lakeville South just punched their ticket earlier today. And we are maybe 6 points away from Edina getting theirs.
Hammerski to serve it again here for the Hornets. They come to Durant. Oh, good recovery by the Hornets. They got back up quick in a hurry to win that point. 10-3, everything rolling their way right now.
Is that Haugen? Nope. Borer comes back in and gets the second one. Really good heads-up play there. Now we're going to get a sub. Good decision here by the head coach. Getting new body in there and just relax. Slow the serve down a little bit here. 10-3.
Sophia Deschler hasn't played much, but they want somebody in there to handle a serve receive. Mayer can't keep it alive, and the wheels coming off a little bit here for the Falcons in the 5th.
Hammerski just unloading right now. Fearless volleyball from the junior DS. And we're going to get another pause here, another slowdown as Vogel will come back into the game, get herself out of serve receive, not looking for her to pass this ball, just giving Hammerski a little extra time.
Fry to Mayer, and Edina chipping away and closing in on a section title.
Mayer went for it, hit the antenna quick though.
Another tough serve, Schumacher handles it. Vogel rolling it over. Oh, and Edina, good recovery there. Madela, though, finds the back line, and the Falcons finally stem the tide a little bit.
Madela doesn't care what the score is. She still takes that same big swing. I love watching that kid play.
Haugen to Boer here. Gets another chance at it and will convert.
Mayer and Schumacher starting to realize this may be the end of their high school careers. Seniors have given everything they can to the Falcons this far. Looking for them to get one more run, maybe. One more mini run here.
Or with a great serve, Schumacher will send it over. That one denied. Edina will go again here. Boer. Fry to Durant. Here's Graff cross court with it. Graff will get another crack at it. They fight it off. Mayer puts that one away.
Mayer gets herself out of that rotation. She'll go to the back row and serve here. Back into the game is Vogel.
Hammerski off the block and down, and Edina 1 point away now from a section title.
Big swing there to set up section championship point for the Hornets. 14-5. It's been a back and forth match. Each team taking an early set without much pushback, and it looks like set 5 may end the same way.
Zek will serve. Oh, not over yet. Into the tape. Schumacher to serve here for Armstrong. Four off the block and down, and the Hornets are going to the state tournament for the first time in school history.
I will never get sick of seeing that dog pile. As long as I coach, I will never get sick of seeing that dog pile. It is so exciting to see 10 weeks to 10 years of volleyball experience end in that moment. So happy for these Edina Hornets. So excited for what they have ahead of them for the first time in school history. And on the other side of the net, great battle, great fight from the Armstrong Falcons. Take a minute here. Audrey Schumacher has put on the Armstrong jersey for the last time. Brenna Mayer, same thing. Seniors who, when they got into this program, if you could have given them 1,000-to-1 odds, I don't think they would have told you they'd be one set away from going to the state tournament. Proud of what they've done. Congratulations to Armstrong on a great season. Congratulations to Edina on their section championship.
Great match here today. These teams hadn't had much history in recent years, and neither had been this far for a very long time, but they put on quite a show here in this Section 6 championship. So as echo Andy's thoughts there with Armstrong, a lot of congratulations. It's a playoff run they're never going to forget. It ends up just a little bit short. And Edina, obviously, there's only one first time, and they're into the tournament for the first time. We'd like to invite you to follow. We'll be obviously Armstrong out of it now, but Champlin Park will be following in the state tournament this coming week at the XL Center. So watch for that on CCX Sports as well. Hope you've enjoyed this telecast today. For Andy Dugasberg and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. It's Edina over Armstrong in 5 sets in the Section 6 3A championship.